Graham Johnson, 70 and retired. Mum and Dad brought me here in the 50s watching cricket. I came here late 40s, 49, 50 watching football, and then I played both cricket and football at the sort of VFL and district cricket level, so I played both sports here. I came here in 1953 to Lindsay Hassett's testimonial cricket match and saw Keith Miller, who was my idol, make 106, and I scored his runs in the back of my autograph book. I've still got that at home. And I was lucky enough to play in 2 VFL premiership sides, both this ground. And I worked for Kevin Sheedy at Essendon during the 80s, and we had 2 more premierships for Essendon, so they're certainly very positive memories of, plus a lot of the great players that I've seen play football and cricket here as well. I can still remember those, and the running through the gate on the first day of 1962, and the first year I played in the premiership side. I played 17 league games, and the noise that I heard still I can conjure up like it was yesterday. Because there are very few stadiums around the world, sports stadiums around the world, that are anything like this. I mean, the ones in England, I mean, they're revered, they're old, they have a certain character about them, but they're a third the size. And the ones in India, the big cricket grounds in India, have nothing of the infrastructure that this place. I mean, it's an absolute standout as sporting stadiums go. Probably the premier tourist attraction in Melbourne, and it's nice to show people, particularly those from overseas who come here from whatever country, that most often you sort of think they have no real attraction. Their country doesn't play Aussie football, they don't play cricket, but they've heard about the MCG and want to find out about it. I've completed 6 years as a tour guide. I think I got a badge here last year at the Volunteers Christmas lunch, which was 6 years. Yeah, I was 14 in 1956, so I came here for first day of the Aths and sat into the darkness to watch Chilla Porter and Charlie Dumar in the high jump, which finished in the dark, and Betty Cuthbert in the 100, and Kutz won the 5 and the 10. I think I came here probably at least 2 days of this athletics, and that was just, I mean, it just motivates you. You sort of see all the best and in the best conditions that they, so, you know, it's just become once part of my life now. Every time I come here, it brings back memories of something or other that's pleasant to me. We're not like Sydney. We don't have a harbour bridge, an opera house or a magnificent Sydney harbour. The one icon that we have is the Melbourne Cricket Ground. And the number of people who walk through the tour gates each day who come from overseas, it's just extraordinary, from all countries of the world, not just English with the cricket history, or Irish, perhaps with Gaelic footy or footy generally, but all sorts of European, South American countries who have no real sporting culture similarities to us, but they've heard about the MCG, and it's important that I think that it continues to be patronised. I've watched 3 of the Australian football codes, Australian sides play here. I mean, the Socceroos, the Wallabies, and of course AFL. So I think it's way more important than it used to be, and I don't think the NRL Australian, what do they call themselves, the Kangaroos, I don't think they've played here, but if they did, I'd come to watch. So many of our children don't have the same background that we had. They come from all sorts of countries that they don't know of any of these sporting, and they don't realise the significance of sport in Australians' lives. And you know, you talk to little kids of 10 and 12, 13 years of old, you know, heard of Rod Laver, Greg Norman? No. And that's, you know, that's terrible, I think, really, as a sporting person. And that's why this place and the National Sports Museum are just so important to try and get these people involved. It's part of what we are. It's what we do as well as anyone in the world per capita.